What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Empire Music, EmpireMusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are one of 20 worldwide Martin custom expert dealers. We bring you the greatest Martin stuff first, like today's big launch of the Refresh Standard Series right here at Empire Music with our friends at Martin. Check out EmpireMusic.com. See every Martin guitar we have in stock. Tons of custom shop, all the USA guitars. Huge selection of great Martin guitars. We always do a full pro setup, dialing in the feel and the action on every single guitar we sell, giving you the best playing Martin guitar on earth. Professionally package it, make sure you get a great playing experience, nice, safe, and sound. So chat with us on the site, give us a call. We will hook you up with everything Martin. Today is awesome because beginning of 2025 here, as we're shooting now, is the launch of the new refreshed Standard Series at Martin Guitars. Standard Series are Martin's most famous models and definitely their most popular guitars. And in 2018, they did a reimagined where they kind of gave the guitars an overhaul. Now they've done something really prolific with the refresh. I'm really excited to tell you about. Today I'm holding the Martin 0018 for 2025. They've given us a handful of things under the hood, something we can see visually, things we can feel. They all come together to make a really, really big impact, but nothing is bigger than the addition of the golden era bracing package being used on the guitars. The golden era bracing package is something we often use in custom shop guitars. We do it all the time with our custom shop builds. It's a more complicated, more scalloped bracing pattern. It's really important to kind of just basically visualize. If you took a standard brace, piece of wood, right? The standard bracing pattern had scallops in it. So basically almost like if you made shallow waves in it, and that allowed the top to move more freely, allowed the guitar to be warmer. The golden era bracing package is more significantly scalloped, deeper bracing cuts. And by scalloping more heavily, it relieves tension from the top. It gives us a more vintage sound, more breathy, more airy, more complex tone. There's no doubt about it. Less bracing is always better when it comes to your tone, and they support it all the way across the top, making sure the guitar will last many lifetimes, which is amazing. So you get this incredible upgrade, which I could stop the presentation right there. Right there is a reason to go explore the new Martin guitars, and definitely a reason to buy a Standard Series guitar. That bracing package is often, like I said, in the custom shop. It's in the Modern Deluxe series. You feel the power of the instrument. You take a small body like this, the 00, it pushes out way more volume, way more bottom end, a much fatter sound. This is a spruce top mahogany back inside guitar with a short scale. So the spruce top gives us plenty of push on its own. The mahogany is nice and even, top down, equal bass, mids, and treble. Short scale makes it really easy to play and comfortable. But that golden era bracing gives it all the complexities and really leans into Martin's vintage heritage, which is something we should always applaud, because it's easy to always go on and make something new. To go back and do the harder thing, do a more complicated bracing pattern, tons of value there. So much value in the bracing package alone that, as I said, you could really just kind of stop there. But they didn't. The next big thing is going to be the feel difference. They went with an authentic fingerboard thickness. This is really, really interesting, and not anything I really paid attention to a ton until I became a custom expert dealer. With the authentic guitars like the D18s and D28 1937s, the fingerboard is thinner like they were back in those days. And that allows for the artisans at Martin to roll the fingerboard edges, give us a more broken in, easier to play, easier to feeling your way around type of guitar. It feels broken in like an old glove. When you have a taller wall on the fingerboard, if the fingerboard is thicker, much harder to do that because then it kind of gets clunky. You start to roll this big piece of wood. So they thinned this down, giving us a more broken in feel, then took the mass that they took off the top and just added to the back to give us a golden era low oval bracing, neck shape. So it feels like the previous design, but they just kind of just rearranged where the weight sits. So a little bit thinner on the fingerboard, giving us the rolled ends, a little bit more mass on the actual neck to give us that complete low oval feel that we really, really like, which is great. Next thing they did is they took the bridge and they gave us what's called the Golden Era Modern Belly Bridge, easy for me to say. And all they've done here is they've taken these sharp points all across the bridge and rounded them off a little bit and contoured them. So now if you rest your hand down here when you're playing, if you like the palm mute, something like that, you don't get this sharp, aggressive point into the side of your wrist or your hand, which is nice. Just a cool little comfort touch to give us a little bit more broken in feel. All the standard series now come with bone or ebony bridge pins. 18 series all come with ebony, more sustain, more organic. We always love that sound. So you're getting all these things that add up. You know, if you took the bracing away, you'd still have a compelling argument with the feel and kind of the touch features. They reduce the heel, so this section of the guitar is lower, more in line with vintage designs. So when you get up the neck, there's more space for your hand to operate, which is cool. All of those would be great feel features that we'd love to have in our guitars. Worth running into your local Empire Music, just ours here, of course, and you know, checking out and getting a great new Martin. When you add the Golden Era bracing to it, it's a massive sonic upgrade that, you know, Justin's done a bunch of comparisons so you can hear 2024 models versus 2025 models in different places that we had the previous in stock, and you can hear the sonic difference. It's dramatic. So if you watch my videos, you know I like to do two things. I like to do a dynamic range, and I like to do the mids of the guitars. Now a double O guitar like this, the mids are not going to be a problem. Going to be super lively and lovely. Where this guitar is a standout is because of the bracing. What you're able to get is in the dynamic range, when we play lightly, or even when we play heavy, you're getting more output with less touch. So when we play light, you're getting more tone with less work, which is a bonus. As we open it opens up bigger than we'd expect. My favorite thing about this, though, is as you strum through the guitar, the top end has a beautiful sparkle, but it never gets kind of angry and glassy and brash. And the bottom end has this thump to it that you wouldn't expect and didn't have prior in the double 18s. So the Golden Era bracing has really allowed for that maturity. It's almost like we fast forwarded time and gave ourselves that character we're always looking for in a guitar, but we get to keep the construction of the new, which is always best because it's newest, easiest to play, and ready to go. So let's go through the dynamic range and the mids of the instrument and see what you think. Guitar's super lively, the mids are amazing. Kind of like short story there, right? The guitar's a small box, plenty of character through those mids, but you know, succinct, heard, great. The standouts on this are the top and bottom end. The top end for not being too glassy, the bottom end for being percussive and so powerful out of a small guitar, but still keeping the expected feature that you're not going to have this like thuddy, messy bottom end. It's small, so sometimes, you know, it's like if you try to expand the bass, it's going to kind of sound underwhelming. Here, it's very powerful in context of the instrument. It gives you that percussiveness and that push that you really want. I think the guitar sounds amazing. The way the guitar moves against your body is not something I can explain to you through a video, but for people that bought a lot of guitars, you're going to know when you get together and you touch a guitar and it feels dead in your hands, right? It's kind of like a brick, right? You know, we can do that with acoustic guitars or electric guitars. not a lot of energy happening. And for an acoustic guitar, it's paramount to get that vibration happening, because if you don't feel it, that means the top isn't moving, it's not pushing air, it's not creating tone. Here, you have that in spades. It's unbelievable. It's just like as soon as you touch the instrument, it just wants to give you more. And you open it up, and it's really satisfying as you start to play a little harder and a little heavier to see how big that top end is out of an amazing, double O shaped guitar. So this is the new for 2025 refreshed Martin 018. Check it out at empiremusic.com. Big picture, spruce top, mahogany back and sides, made in Pennsylvania, our home state, ebony finger wooden bridge. That's the standard stuff. The big new stuff for 2025 is the Golden Era bracing package. You have reduced heel, you have a rolled modern Golden Era modern belly bridge. You have the authentic thickness on your fingerboard. You have a nut that's cut on the angle of the headstock, not straight. It used to be cut straight. Now it's cut on the angle of the headstock, giving you a little bit more string, different string break, giving you more sustain, and adds up to an amazing instrument. This is gonna be a huge year for Martin with the refresh. Check out all of our Martin guitars right at empiremusic.com. Reach us through the chat or call us. Myself, Justin, Anthony, Jordan, always glad to talk. Make sure you're getting the best guitar for you. Make sure it's dialed in with our pro setup that's included, professionally packaged and delivered to you nice and safe. So check out empiremusic.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is the new for 2025 Martin 018. Thanks for watching.